Welcome. You are listening to the Sister Speak Show. This is the tour on the Sister Speak Show where we are covering all aspects of the music industry. I'm your host, Sister Speak. What's happening? I heard y'all was looking for me. Well, here I go. What's up, y'all? Check this out. It's 5:53 p.m. I'm recording from Dallas, Texas. And everything that is about to happen is about to be epic. Why? Because you're listening to the Sister Speak Show. We're the flavor in your ear. You've added us to your podcast shuffle. And we just thank you for taking the time out to download and listen to this episode. Let's go ahead and get the formalities in and out of the way, okay? Let's do it like this. Welcome to my first-time listeners. I appreciate you so much for choosing to tap in with the Sister Speak Show. This is one of those networks where you don't have to worry about entering at your own risk. We got you. For real, for real. There's going to be two things that you're going to need when you're listening to the Sister Speak Show. You're going to need water. You're going to need scuba gear. Water for healing power. It's the gasoline that your body needs to go. It helps you listen. It helps you think. It helps you breathe. It helps you function, okay? If you do not like water, you cannot be a part of the Sister Speak Show tribe. That's just off the rip, out the gate. You just need to know that, okay? There's no way, shape, or form you can be a human and not like water. We call you zombies, okay? We don't play these games. Scuba gear. Check this out. You need scuba gear because we dive deep on the Sister Speak Show. We don't hold back any punches. We go to levels that some people are afraid to actually go to. Now, no, I'm not the only bold podcast that's for the village. There are others out there. But what I'm saying to you is on this specific podcast, okay, with this network in totality, that it is imperative that you have scuba gear because we're going to have conversations that's going to require you to stretch your mind, require you to possibly give up your old way of thinking and actually think in a new way, renewing your mind. I'm pro village. I'm pro Yahweh, pro Most High God. I am pro 12 tribes of Israel. I am pro spiritual wisdom. I am pro self-defense. I am pro picking up trash and throwing it into the garbage. I am pro let's get rid of the pollution and let's have a solution. That's what it's about. So listen, tonight, forgive me for being rude. Welcome back to my faithful listeners, Cambodia, Tanzania, Zimbabwe, Mozambique, Ethiopia, Barbados, Houston, Virginia, Washington, New York. Who else did I see on there? Virginia, Philly, Texas, of course, Cali, all of you who are listening and tuning in, I thank you so much. I've not met any of you all, but y'all choose to really vibe with the Sister Speak Show. Thank you. You mean so much to me. This is what I need you to do for me, though. Okay, because it takes a lot for me to do this for you all. I'm giving up a lot of good energy because I'm here for you because, in totality, what we're fighting against is spiritual warfare. So listen, I need you to I need you to share, and I need you to subscribe. I need you to go to my YouTube page and become a member on my YouTube. Actually subscribe to my YouTube page because I would like to bring my talk show to YouTube. But I have to meet certain requirements in order to do so. So I need you all to please do me that favor. Did you like something that I said? Do you feel like you want to support the Sister Speak Show? Do you have Cash App or PayPal? You can always donate if you feel led to, if you want to, support the channel to help us grow. Of course, you can do that. My Cash App is $Sister Speak 76, and the PayPal is the Sister Speak Show. All right, moving forward, brothers and sisters, how you feeling? How you doing? You pressing through? Have you established your boundaries? Are you standing up in your power? Are you walking away from zombies? Are you deleting and blocking? Are you getting rid of all the clutter? Are you preparing yourself for this 2022? Y'all willing? Okay, that's what I needed to know. That's what I needed to hear. Me? Oh, thank you for asking. I'm doing well, brothers and sisters. Thank you so much for asking. You miss me? I missed you too. I really did. Let me explain something to you about me. I do research. I have to gather my energy. to get on this microphone because I'm going against the dark one when I speak. And so, this is like, ooh, duck, watch out. Uh-oh, here he comes. Like, I really have to do things to make sure that, I'm still here in the land of the living, being able to give you this good gas. Okay, brothers and sisters, so look, check this out. To my first-time listeners, this is the first and last warning. The Sister Speak Show Network in totality is rated R for strong language, thoughts, and ideas. That's the first and last warning. I am going to say things that are making you be like, did she just say that? I sure did. And you just, and as you listen, you're like, okay, that's just what it is. That's how she feels. And I have to do a lot of code switching because my listening audience I have so many different dynamics, demographics that listen. So I have to cater to everybody while still keeping my dignity and integrity intact and being true to who I am as Sister Speak. Sister Speak. Spiritual inspiration shared through the arts. Sister rather. Is spiritual inspiration shared through the arts, and sister is also spiritual inspiration shared through Ayana, but you better call me Sister Speak. The Sister Speak Show. The Sister Speak Show, where contemporary meets vision, sound, and action. A talk show for great minds that create, inspire, impact, and evolve. And I already told you what sister meant, so without further ado, that background music that you were listening to was Get Lit by Boss Chica. She's a musician out of the DF Dub. Shout out to her. We're about to get into this, y'all. Excuse me for snorting. I don't want to snort in your face. Excuse me, in your ears, but this is the season of postnasal drip. But I've got some oils to combat that. Okay, let me first say this. I do what I do because I've been called to do it. I have dreamed of being able to have my own talk show, and I have it. Built it from the ground up. Period. So what I do is what I've been called to do. I am going to say things. I am going to express things that are just in spirit and in truth, okay? Tonight's episode is serious. It's all get out. I'm not playing about this episode, and I know y'all like the tour. I know y'all like my segments, and I know y'all like the tour. You're feeling it. Music is something that many people can relate to. And since we're covering all aspects of the music industry, tonight is no different about the punch that must come towards the dark one. You see it. You're looking at it right now as I converse with you. You see what tonight's episode is about? Yeah, yes, I titled it just as you see it. Eulogy, records, and entertainment. 911, murder was the case. Everybody has a manager. Everybody. Whether you're mainstream or independent. The master op in the music industry. There is one. And that's what we're going to get into on tonight's episode of the tour, covering all aspects of the music industry. I'm your host, Sister Speak. That's who I am. That's who I be. I want you to get into the groove with me. I want you to do everything that you need to do to relax, but still keeping your head on a swivel for tonight's episode on the tour. Okay? This is serious. I'm not gonna sugarcoat a damn thing. You niggas, some of you, need to hear this evening. Because shit has gotten and has been done gotten. I know how to speak correct English, by the way. Correct grammar. Has been done gotten out of control with this murder. The spirit of murder has gotten out of control. And we're going to get into it. What I'm going to do, as you already know, this episode is for fair use under the Fair Use Act of 1976, Section 107. This is for entertainment, not entertainment, but educational purposes only. There may be some entertainment for some of you, but this is for educational purposes only, to raise awareness for my people in the village, to continue to provide wisdom of how we need to really, really pull back our energy from the dark side, because our village is fucked up. There's people in the village that are fucked up, and there is a portal, there is a vibration, there is an energy that is being used to slaughter you brothers in the music industry. The target is on every single one of your bags. Every single one. No one is safe. Well, what do you mean, Sister Speak? How could you say that? I keep my AK-47. I got my AR-15. I'm a street nigga. I'm this. I'm that. I'm about it. You better ask about me. I done watched 100 episodes of Scarface, so I'm really into this shit. What you trying to say? I'm gangsta about it. Okay, whatever. When you say that, I know you feel insecure because you wouldn't have to do all of that to be able to stand in your power. You have to do a lot of disclaimers about your energy. But when I sit here and I tell you all that you have a target on your back and that you are nothing but hoes for the devil, and that the devil seeks to kill and destroy you, that's what the fuck I mean. You think you gangster. Hey, you may have done some shit that's absolutely many. But your master is the one who uses you and sends you. That sounds like a pimp-hoe relationship to me. I'm just saying, yeah, that's where we going tonight on the Sister Speak Show. Let me explain something to you. Why would I hold back any punches at this point when shit is out of control? Why would I? Why would I when I actually have empathy? I'm not apathetic. I'm empathetic with what is happening in the village. My middle name is Sojourner. There's no way, shape, or form I could ever sit here and turn a blind voice, silence my voice when I know that somebody is listening. You mean to tell me that you don't think that the murder game is out of control? You don't mean to you mean to tell me that this is just what it is, and these lyrics and this life is just a part of the culture? Whose fucking culture? Whose culture? Not mine. Not mine. That's what this is about tonight. I have fucking had it. I've had it with hearing, whether it be a local, national, international musician, rapper, being murdered in broad day light or at night, caught slipping or not. I'm absolutely fucking tired of hearing the breaking news about the same old demon running rampant through my village, and the music industry allegedly not caring about my brothers at all. And what is being produced is wicked. It's wicked. And you don't super rule. You don't super rule. We're gonna get into it, but this is my show. I do what I want. You don't super rule. But everybody seems to be shook. Shook. Murder was the case. But tonight's episode, we're going to focus on unsolved murder cases in the rap industry. We're going to touch on it all. We're going to touch on the fact that everybody has a manager, whether they are independent or not. We're going to touch on the fact that your manager, and I'm not talking about your physical manager, I'm talking about your manager. your master, your God. Who is he? That's what we're talking about. And what does your God tell you to do with your voice and with your gifts? And what does the outcome look like when you put out your EP, go on tour, write your rhymes, and perform and present your energy through music for the culture? What does it do to the culture? What does your lyrics do to incite the fuckery? And will you ever take any accountability for the fact that if it had never been produced, that we might not have as many tragedies based around brown on brown crime due to an ingredient called your music being what made this murder, this death? We're gonna get into it. I'm serious as fuck tonight. I'm always serious, but I'm serious because I've had it with these demons that are loose, running rampant, and I'm tired of my brothers and my sisters not standing in the power, activating their power, doing what they need to do to come out of the low vibration, so we can stop, build an alliance, fortify the village, and push these demons out of the village, out of the cemeteries, and get them delivered. They need deliverance. Quick, fast, in a hurry. I'm talking about 26 months pregnant. The baby was supposed to come out a long fucking time ago, but you're 26 months pregnant. That means by the time you give birth, your baby's going to be fucking 52 years old. It's about the deliverance at this point, because our brothers are in a war like none other, and they are playing with the dark side like none other, and they have no idea that the fame that they're seeking is in a casket. They have no idea or don't even relate to the fact that many of y'all perform in a casket. It's just a matter of time. Look what the fuck you say. Look what the fuck you say you allegedly do. You a street nigga, right? You a gangster. Can't nobody see you nothing in every fucking video you have. Every fucking video you have. 9 times out of 10, it's you and your dusty ass friends in the video. Yeah, your friends is dusty. Y'all niggas look dusty. Dusty with clean clothes on. Give you that. You got new shoes on, dirty ass socks, clean jeans, clean shirt, might even have a clean hat, but you're still dusty as fuck. Little Linus, little Linuses. You know what rhymes with Linus? Sinus, drippage. And I ain't talking about dripping because of your ice. I'm talking about just mucus, little mucuses. And y'all sit there with y'all guns, pointing at us, pointing at the video, letting everybody know what the fuck you got. Okay, G.I. Joe. Okay, you want to be on the front line so bad. You are willing to kill the enemy so bad, right? You are willing to do whatever it takes to take out the ops. And because you are nothing, because you're in a low vibration, you're on the 3D level, you have no idea who the fucking op really is. You have no idea that y'all all got one main fucking op. And that's the dark one. We'll be right back after this commercial break. What's the point of putting on a bonnet if it's not going to stay on my head? I'm tired of it slipping off and waking up to it the next day. There has to be a better bonnet for me that's stylish and stays on. Oh, child. Ooh, it's the pillow for me. I'm just going to have to sleep pretty. This last shift took me all the way out.
I'm going to get a bonnet tomorrow. I can't wait. I'm going to ask Mommy if I can get one for my bear, too. Just as soon as I wake up from my nap.
It's time to sleep pretty and protected with these stylish Mommy and Me bonnets available now at KKLachey.com. These Mommy and Me bonnets are available in stock and ready for
for you to maintain your crown. KK Lachey is a look, feel, and vibe. You're able to shop these products and more when you go to the website. It's time to shop and chill with KKLachey.com.
You just took playing That's My Car to a whole nother level. The latest episode of the Tour on the Sister Speak show is available on demand now. Rated R for strong content, language, and thoughts on this episode. Jackin' for more than beats. The effects of GTA and rap music. Confessin' to crimes over beats. Lyrics leading to arrest. On the tour, we're covering all aspects of the music industry, including interviews with musicians, managers, songwriters, producers, music groups, DJs, and exclusive music and concert reviews. Either you're playing the video game or the video game is playing you. Click the link for the latest episode on the Sister Speak show, where contemporary meets vision, sound, and action, a talk show for great minds that create, inspire, impact, and evolve. Be careful. Brotherhood, sisterhood, leadership. Those are the qualities that you were looking for when you were joining, not humiliation. The latest episode of The Culture Climate on the Sister Speak show is available on demand now. Rated R for strong content, language, and thoughts on this episode. Death before degree, hazing in fraternities and sororities. On The Culture Climate, we're covering what others are afraid to cover in the village, including controversial conversations, taboo subject matters, addressing the inner me's, exposing the enemies, interviews, audio from video clips, international, national, local news affecting the village. Click the link for the latest episode on the Sister Speak show, where contemporary meets vision, sound, and action, a talk show for great minds that create, inspire, impact, and evolve. Remember, you don't have to die to belong. Murder, mystery, intrigue, suspense, all of the elements that make up the Suspense Files on the Sister Speak show. And the latest episode is available on demand now. On this episode, Expelled, No One Will Tell, Murder in the Student Body. On the Suspense Files, we are covering the who, what, when, where, why in urban crime, from deadly relationships to urban cold cases and more. For all shades of brown people, this episode is rated R for strong language, thoughts, and ideas. It's time to click the link and podcast and chill with the Sister Speak show, where contemporary meets vision, sound, and action, a talk show for great minds that create, inspire, impact, and evolve. If no one tells, someone may get away with murder. Are you going to let that happen? We'll see. Welcome back. You are listening to The Tour, where we are covering all aspects of the music industry. I'm your host, Sister Speak. What's happening, y'all? Ooh, we about to get into it. We're going to play these clips. Like I said, these are for fair use, for educational purposes only, about unsolved murder cases in the music industry, whether it be local, national, or international. These cases are unsolved, and with a lot of attention that has gone to, other rap murders, if you will. These are important because they show a pattern, okay? They show a pattern. And I want you to really listen to the pattern. I want you to really put on your scuba gear, drink your water, and I want you to listen to the pattern. And I don't want you to come out of, once we finish playing these clips, because there's a part 1 and part 2. I don't want you to be like, nah, this ain't this. Let me explain something to you about spirituality. It is real. Spirituality is real. You can't fuck around and even listen to this show if you don't believe in spirituality. You're going to get lost in the fucking lava, because it's dangerous to not believe that. Principalities are real. Spiritual wickedness is real. Demons, witches, warlocks, they are all real. The spirit realm is real. People play with black magic. They play with voodoo. They play with spell work. And they play with these things to gain what is not rightfully theirs, or was not theirs to have in the way that they received it. Many people abuse their gifts, and they use it for wrong instead of for right. Plain and simple, cut and dry. There's no sugarcoating, there's no frosting, there's no cherries on top. That's just what the fuck it is. And people do tap into the devil for fame. They are willing to sell their soul in order to be famous, in order to have riches, whatever this present world offers. They want it. They have forsaken thinking about the future, eternal future, and have said, I want temporary gain. I'm willing to sell the most precious thing in me to be taken to the top, to be at the top. What do I have to do? What do I have to sign? How do I have to humiliate myself in order to be a part of this? And there are just certain things that people do because they choose to roll with their master. We cannot play any games. Your master is either the devil or your master is the Most High. And yeah, that's just no in between. I don't recognize any other false gods. I don't recognize any religions. None of that shit. None of your denominations. It's about, are you a part of the 12 tribes of Israel? Do you believe in the Most High God and Yah? Who are you? And have you tapped into the truth that you're an Israelite? Have you tapped into the truth of who you really are? So you can see things on a different way, in a different way. So I'm not going to play games with you. If this is not something that you want to listen to, click the fuck off. You don't have to listen to this. Do you know how many podcasts are available that will cater to your low vibrating energy? Podcasts that are guaranteed to make you be stagnant, stuck in a bind, to have you never elevate, to have you never be saved from yourself, to have you stay in lava. I'm not telling you to smoke crack. I'm not telling you to jump in front of a moving train. I'm not telling you to jump off of a bridge. I'm not telling you to do anything that would put you in harm's way. I'm telling you to get the fuck out of harm's way. I'm telling you that maybe what your desires were and what you thought you wanted to be as a little boy and a little girl when it comes to this industry, maybe that's not what he wants for you. And so now you're trying to find your own way to make it be that, even though it was never a so be it for your life. Who in the world wants to agree with the lyrics that you put out and the shit that you record and the shit that you do when they have been redeemed? You think they're supposed to say, oh, no, it's good. No, we're going to sit and say, hey, brother, that's a trap. You need to really come out of that because the devil has you in a bind and he desires to bring you to the guillotine and slaughter you. That's what we're supposed to do. We're not supposed to sit and say, oh, yeah, I'm redeemed and oh, well, fuck it. You know, it's on you. Nah, look, brother, I'm trying to tell you. Sister, I'm trying to tell you, like, that right there, what you wanted to be may not be what the so be it was for your life. And that's why you keep meeting adversity and problems trying to get your music out because it wasn't meant for you to get your gift out in that manner. And so now it's about redirecting and relearning what our gift was and how our gifts are supposed to be used, because you're either going to use it for righteousness or unrighteousness. There's no problem with anybody saying that. You're not going to get this when you sit down in a pew. You're going to get just a little bit of some air sandwiches, and then here you are still stuck. But when you tap into spirituality, that's when you find where your freedom is. That's where you figure out who the sun sets free is free indeed, because you're no longer confined to the BS that they have you bound to, oppressed in. There are people who you would never believe they really do play with the dark side. You see the album covers. You see the videos. What the fuck? You see the hand gestures. How y'all gonna sit there and say you don't see that darkness? How you gonna sit there and say you don't see that evil? Oh, but that's my idol. What the fuck? You're not even supposed to have an idol. You better let go, because you don't want to receive the karma that's coming their way as a result of making music that brings us closer and closer to the slaughter. Music that makes us continue to be what the enemy wants us to be. The nations are high-fiving at the debauchery and the sorcery and the BS that goes on in our village. Moving forward, part one of tonight's episode, Eulogy Records and Entertainment. 911 murder was the case.
Our top story tonight, a San Antonio rapper murdered after one of his shows. His killer has not been caught. Music lovers are honoring Chris Polk at the South by Southwest Festival, where he would have been performing had he not been killed. All new tonight, Polk's mother is speaking publicly for the first time, only to Eyewitness News reporter Vanessa Croy.
He ran down the stairs, closed the door, and never came back.
A mother's painful memory.
3 hours later, I got the call.
Her son's life cut short.
He has an amazing daughter that misses him, and she asks for her daddy every day.
Christopher Polk was only 25 years old when he was killed in February of 2018. Police said he was driving on 410 near Evers Road when two cars boxed him in and began shooting. Chris died at the scene in what police said was a targeted attack.
One of the guys that I used a mentor for, he was very important to me. His name was Chris P.
The musician is remembered by friends as being the best rapper in the city and was just made an honorary performer at South by Southwest.
Quick moment of silence. Everybody hand in the air with me real quick. One time for Chris P.
Police are still trying to find the gunman responsible for Polk's murder.
He was a human being who didn't deserve what they did to him.
While his family just wants answers.
I want to know why. I want to know what happened. And I want justice for my son.
Vanessa Croy joins us live on the Northwest side, near where that shooting happened. Vanessa, what exactly led up to the shooting?
Well, Deb, that still remains a mystery. Police are still trying to sort out all the details in this case, but here's what they do know. Polk was playing a concert here at the Ice Lounge off 410 and Evers Road. After the show, he got on 410, traveling eastbound, and that's when he was killed in that ambush-style attack around 2:30 a.m. between Evers and Callahan. And Deb, Crime Stoppers is now offering a $5,000 reward for any information that would lead to an arrest to the person or persons responsible for Polk's murder. Deb?
Vanessa, thank you. It's cracked a cold case.
Tonight, a Newport newsman is charged in 2 murders. Detectives say the suspect's own song lyrics led them right to him. Police tell us Antoine Stewart killed Brian Dean and Christopher Horton back in 2007. The two were shot near the intersection of 23rd Street and Orchid Avenue. 10 on your side's Jason Marks found the song police say pointed to Stewart. He joins us in the newsroom. Jason?
Yeah, and in the song, Stewart uses the term smoked him and choked him by using a .357 Smith & Wesson. According to these search warrants, police believe he was referring to that 2007 double murder.
The pain never goes away.
And for 6 years, Christopher Horton's family has known nothing but pain. Horton was only 16 at the time when he was shot to death along with a family friend. He was sitting on his porch on Orchid Avenue when somebody came up and opened fire.
I didn't really know what was going on. And then I tried to go underneath the tape, into the house, and they wouldn't let me.
Horton's sister then learned her brother was gunned down. For 6 years, police searched for his killer.
It's hard to just really try not to think about it, try to just let time heal it.
The case had gone cold, but 2 years ago, a detective picked it back up. According to court documents, the detective learned Horton, only 16 at the time, had a fight with another teen 2 days before his death. That fight was with this man, now 22-year-old Antoine Stewart, a local rapper who goes by Twan Gotti.
He's a well-known person, and it seems like everybody knew what he did but us.
Detectives began looking into Stewart, and then got a tip about his rap song called Right Out, believed to contain lyrics describing the 2007 double murder.
Listen, walk to your boy and I approached him. 12 midnight on the trap house butcher. Everybody saw when I'm choked them, but nobody saw when I'm smoked them, broke them, chopping up the shank, then I poked them. 357 Smith & Wesson beat scoped them, broke them, had me cracking up, so I choked them. It's speed squeezy, 6 feet over. Told you, with my money I roast you.
Who put something in a song that they does like that? It's just crazy. That's what I could think, why would he do that?
Stewart was arrested and charged with killing Horton and the family friend Brian Dean.
His arrogance is just out of this world.
Stewart's arrest is the first step towards ending a 6-year nightmare for Horton's family. They say it won't fully happen until after a conviction.
And he's basically a murderer in my eyes. And I just feel like it'll help. I think it'll help. It won't bring my brother back, but it's just some closure that we need right now.
And as we mentioned, Stewart has been charged with the 2 homicides. Since he was only 16 at the time of the murder, he's been charged as a juvenile, but I'm told the Commonwealth's attorney will ask the court to try him as an adult. He'll be next in court October 2nd. In the newsroom, Jason Marks, 10 on your side.
2020 turned out to be Louisville's deadliest year. Many of those murders have yet to be solved. Tonight on this week's Crime Stoppers, Heather Fontaine introduces us to Lakeisha Jeffrey, who wants answers in her son's death.
I don't wanna feel like a lonely child. Get into the bag, that's what made me smile.
Every word written with reason, an artist on a track to success.
And he just kept going. He did not stop.
His fans knew him as rock star.
So on December the 28th, he would have been signing his record deal.
But to Lakeisha Jeffrey, he's John Robert Johnson Jr., her little J.
I was so proud. I'm even more prouder now that, oh, I'm sorry. I think I was going to cry. I'm even more proud now than I was then. Only because I didn't know how his fans felt about him. They just loved him so much.
John Johnson was a father of 3 and his mother's oldest son. Tonight on the Night Team, she shares his story and hopes that someone with information will leave an anonymous tip with Crime Stoppers. For WHAS 11 News, I'm Heather Fontaine.
And Dominique Brown, 7 Action News reporter Nia Hardin spoke with the parents of one of the up-and-coming rappers known in the Detroit area.
Well, it happened around 2:45 this morning. 2 rappers were driving eastbound on I-94 over here when all of a sudden someone started firing shots at their car. We spoke to one mother. She says her daughter didn't deserve to die.
I have no feelings. I'm so emotionless right now.
Bertha Matthews says her daughter, 26-year-old Dominique Brown, had just started rapping a month ago after reconnecting with her old classmate, Ramel Campbell, also known as Mel.
She excelled in everything she done.
Never knew what I can do till these lyrics came through. Writing rhymes, wasting times because them bills came through.
I was elated because that's something that she just really started, and for a lot of people just to tell her that she was great at it.
Sunday, her dreams came to an end when she and Mel were on I-94 and someone fired several shots at their car. The rap community expressing their love for the two's music on social media.
She died doing something that she wanted to do, but she was at the wrong place, wrong time.
Dominique leaves behind her 4-year-old son and 1-year-old daughter.
You have taken my only daughter away from me, and it's nothing in this world that could bring my daughter back. But I'm going to keep you in my prayers along with your family, because everybody have their day. And they will get there soon.
We need to bring some type of justice to this criminal activity that has taken place, because she didn't deserve this. You know, she didn't deserve it.
And if you have any information about this, contact police. The family has started a GoFundMe. We've posted that information on our website. Nia Hardin, 7 Action News.
At 11 tonight, a young father is found murdered inside his car. Nearly 4 months later, his family still has no answers as to who's responsible for the 24-year-old's death and why he was targeted. Newshead reporter Brian Hill has their desperate plea to the public.
Atlanta police found the body of 24-year-old Denzel Mullins about 2 miles away from their headquarters here behind me in southwest Atlanta on Cunningham Place. Loved ones tell me these past few months have been painful, but what makes this situation even worse is the fact that no one has been arrested.
It's a nightmare. Like, it's every day we wake up wondering who did this to him.
Many of 24-year-old Denzel Mullins' loved ones gathered Monday afternoon at the spot where he took his last breath. Here on the ground, you can see a set of flowers, a reminder of what happened here on July 17th.
When I got here, my sister was standing out here. His car was there, and it was just playing music, and they was just saying he was gone. And I was like, no. And I just collapsed right there at that step.
That summer afternoon, Atlanta police tell us they found the father of one dead inside his car. This is on Cunningham Place near Joseph E. Lowry Boulevard in southwest Atlanta. Investigators say they believe the aspiring rapper was driving in this area when he was shot and killed.
They don't have any of these, and we just need the answers.
Police released this surveillance video of the suspect vehicle, a blue Nissan SUV. In the doorbell camera footage, you can see the parked Nissan slowly pull up beside Mullins' car that's slightly blocked from the camera's view. The video briefly freezes, then shows Mullins back into this red SUV, his tires squealing before coming to a stop. That blue suspect vehicle speeds off.
He's from this community, so it was just natural for him to hang over this way. And that's what he was doing. When he was coming down this street parking, he was naturally parking. It was unexpected for him. It's not like somebody, like he was called over here.
The 24-year-old's family is desperate right now for anyone to come forward with tips so they can finally understand what happened and get closure as they come to terms with living life without him.
Loved ones told me there is a $3,500 reward in this case. Of course, if you know anything about what happened, take action and call Crime Stoppers. Outside Atlanta Police Headquarters, Brian Hill, Fox 5 News.
2 more shootings on Metro Atlanta interstates today. Since the start of the year, there have been at least 7 reported shootings on or near our roadways. The case is proving difficult to investigate. Joe Hinkey spoke to those who knew 2 of the victims best.
A total of 7 shootings, 5 of them deadly, all still under investigation. And given the circumstances often of a shooting on an interstate, police say these can be difficult cases to solve. Ernesto Anderson Jr., 31 years old, father of 4, a baseball fan, car club member, and he cared for his parents during their cancer battles. Anderson's parents sat by his sister Michelle as we talked today.
I got a call from his girlfriend stating that he got into a car accident.
Michelle says doctors and police determined someone shot her brother, causing him to crash on I-20 near the Capitol Avenue exit at 12:30 p.m. on January 4th. Atlanta police still searching for leads.
Our detective is excellent. He has been keeping us abreast about everything. It's just the frustration about not having the cameras.
While there are cameras along Georgia interstates, the video is only live streamed, not recorded, offering a little help to police. After Anderson was killed, there would be 4 more shootings on Atlanta area interstates through February 25th.
It's kind of been an anomaly as to what has happened recently as far as on the highway itself, but we do not believe that they are related.
Then this morning, 2 more shootings. Clayton County police say minutes before 2 a.m., a man was shot in a truck on 75 North at Mount Zion Boulevard. The second shooting just before 3 a.m. on 85 South near Jimmy Carter Boulevard. It's being investigated by Gwinnett Police as a homicide. Police identified the victim as Corey Dettiage from near Houston. His manager, confirming Dettiage, known as rapper Chucky Trill, came to Atlanta to perform at an all-star themed event Saturday before the NBA All-Star Game Sunday.
Humble young man, very dedicated to the music. He was really carrying the torch for his dad.
Chucky Trill's father, also a rapper from Houston, performed with a group in the 90s.
It's been senseless, to be honest with you.
Anderson's family now questioning all 7 interstate shootings, but especially the one that claimed their loved one.
He wasn't doing anything. He was en route to work, and his life was ended suddenly and senselessly.
And right now on 11alive.com, we have details of each one of these shootings in a single article. Police are asking for help in every one of the cases from any witnesses.
Were you in a car accident? Look at this check for $160,000. If you're looking to get money,
A violent weekend in New shows a man killed in the street. CBS 2's Corey James reports.
In a matter of seconds, life changed for the man in this video. As 29-year-old Corey Thompson turns his back to get into his black Range Rover, tragedy happens. We're freezing that graphic moment showing two men firing multiple rounds, killing the local rap artist. But here you see the suspects taking off and hopping into their getaway SUV, leaving the scene along Avon Avenue in Newark. That shooting happened Friday afternoon, and by Sunday evening, a candlelight memorial sat under a sign where people honored Thompson. It's a sight all too familiar for Joseph Miller. He has lived here for nearly 40 years and hates seeing the rise in crime.
It was just Thanksgiving, 2 days ago? And it's like, y'all just forgot. You're giving thanks and then this happened. You know what I mean? I don't understand.
Since Thompson was gunned down, there have been several shootings in Newark. Friday night, police say a 12-year-old boy was hit by a bullet while inside his own apartment on 17th Avenue. Then Saturday night, investigators tell us a 14-year-old girl was shot on 15th Street.
It's extremely alarming.
Sharif Amenhotep is with Newark Anti-Violence Coalition. His organization has spent years in countless neighborhoods working to combat gun crime. Now he is calling on more leaders and community members to step up and help.
We can't say Black Lives Matter when the police kill us and be silent and quiet when we're killing one another. So Black lives has to matter to us here in Newark, New Jersey.
Public Safety Director Anthony Ambrose and Mayor Ross Baraka were both unavailable to answer questions about a city not only plagued by coronavirus, but also crime. And Newark police are actively following leads on all cases. However, at this time, specific details on suspects involved are not being released. In Newark, New Jersey, Corey James, CBS 2 News.
As EMG Santana, he grew up Marlon Gomez on the north side.
He was one of the realest people you can meet and genuine about everything he said and meant everything he said. From no matter who you was, no matter how big you were, he always supported you.
His family says he fell in love with music at an early age.
Coming home using our spoons and pots to make their little band group.
His career recently hitting a pinnacle, cutting a track with Slim Thug, who posted condolences on Instagram. Dubbed a hidden gem in the Houston rap world, EMG Santana was shot and killed on Tuesday. Police say an argument at the Mangum Apartments ended with his death. Investigators are still searching for two men who got away in a red hatchback, possibly a Ford.
He didn't deserve it because he was such a good person with a big heart.
He kept telling me, he said, I'm going to be big, Daddy, one day. I said, well, that's fine. I hope you do be big. To see him get that close and don't achieve it, yes, it hurts. That's human.
His family wants justice, but tell us they've already forgiven that shooter. They're now focused on moving forward, relying on their faith to get through. From downtown, Shelley Childers, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
I'm Tracker 10. We're hearing from the family of a woman who was killed in a shooting last night. That shooting happened near East Livingston Avenue and Beechwood Road. Lacey Crisp is live with emotional words from her mother. Lacey.
Yeah, Columbus police are investigating yet another homicide. This is the 75th for the year. Now, the shooting happened right over here. The victim was an up-and-coming rapper. Her mom tells me she had a big personality and a big future. Columbus police say they were called to Mount Carmel East for a gunshot attempt. They say 26-year-old Courtney Bruce died at the hospital. They say Bruce was in a car with a guy when they were assaulted by a group of men with guns. Now, the men shot at the car several times, hitting Bruce. She was driven to the hospital but did not make it. She was known as Boog the Bandit, and her mom says she just released new music.
Courtney was a hot tomato, spicy, hot, determined, true to her nature. She knew who she was.
Yeah, so Wanda Bruce tells me she is sick over the violence in the city of Columbus, but she tells me she never thought her daughter would be one of those victims. We'll have more from Wanda coming up tonight at 5 and 6. Reporting live, Lacey Crisp, 10 TV News.
There won't be any more warnings. That's why your heart is beating fast. He's out there again. You can see him from the stage. He's obsessed with you. That's why he's taking your pictures. You're his fantasy. The latest episode of The Suspense Files on the Sister Speak Show is available on demand now, rated R for strong content, language, and thoughts on this episode, Fantasies and Felonies. Strip Club Killers. On The Suspense Files, we cover the who, what, when, where, why in urban crime, including crimes of passion, deadly relationships, mysteries, urban cold cases, and more. Click the link for the latest episode of the Sister Speak Show, where contemporary meets vision, sound, and action, a talk show for great minds that create, inspire, impact, and evolve. Be careful. Try not to fall in love with a stripper. Have you ever said something funny to someone and they responded with, you know what, I really needed that laugh? Well, that's what the Laugh Line is all about on the Sister Speak Show, and the latest episode is available on demand now, rated R for strong language and content. On this episode, we're covering Respect the Comedian. Was the late Paul Mooney the black sheep of comedy? And naturally funny, rapper Plies. On the Laugh Line, we cover all aspects of comedy, classic and contemporary comedy audio clips, special guest comedians, comedy show reviews. You will not be disappointed, and you will definitely get the healing that your soul needs. On the Sister Speak Show, where contemporary meets vision, sound, and action, a talk show for great minds that create, inspire, impact, and evolve. Click the link for the latest episode and get ready to have a good time. Because sometimes you don't know who you're sleeping with. Sometimes you don't even know what you're getting yourself into. All you know is that you have to have it, and you have to have it right now. The latest episode of the Suspense Files on the Sister Speak Show is available on demand now. On this episode, we're covering sex and murder, sleeping with the setup chick. Rated R for strong content and language. On the Suspense File, we cover the who, the what, the when, the where, and the why in urban crime. From crimes of passion, deadly relationships, mysteries, and urban cold cases, and more. You won't be disappointed. On the Sister Speak Show, where contemporary meets vision, sound, and action, a talk show for great minds that create, inspire, impact, and evolve. Click the link for the latest episode. And be careful. Welcome back. You are listening to The Tour, where we are covering all aspects of the music industry. I'm your host, Sister Speak. Tonight's episode, Eulogy, Records, and Entertainment. 911 murder was the case. Look, you listen to the clips. You follow music on your own. You read social media, and so you're always seeing, for the most part, another brother gunned down, or even in the midst of it, a female gunned down in the music industry, local rapper. And so it's like, wow, okay, this is just something that keeps happening to the point where it's almost like sometimes you can even become numb to it, because it's like, let me guess, another person gunned down due to some type of violence going on in the community where they're from, some type of beef. And then here it is that they are a local rapper, and it's just like, damn. Another one bites the dust. And, listening to the clips, I'm like, it's almost as if it takes an individual situation for someone to see the magnanimity of the entire situation, how to look at it and be like, wow, this is actually not just affecting me, this is affecting everybody else. But we know this, we see this because we read it. But it's like, whatever, until it knocks on your door, until the detective, the homicide detective, or whomever knocks on your door and gives you that news that your son or your daughter is no longer here, they have been murdered by more than likely another brother. And up and coming or already established, regardless whether you're independent or mainstream, there's a target on your back. And if you say that there isn't, then you're living in denial. Period, point blank. There is a target on your back. The moment that you enter into the scene, first of all, like I said on my flyer here, or the cover page for this episode, everybody has a manager. Even if you're independent, you still got a manager. Just because you can't see him or see it doesn't mean it's not there. There's something that manages you on a grand level, on a higher level. It's not you out here passing around your flyers and doing all this and getting all your downloads and streams. No, there's something. There is a master. But I just used manager for the sake of, the music industry terms. But and what I'm saying is that manager equals your master.
regardless, okay? Mainstream or not. Now, a lot of you are saying, see, that's why I don't want to go mainstream, because I don't want to be caught up in this, and with everything going on with Dolph, Mo3, Von, and just the list goes on and on with mainstream rappers who have been murdered, and then you still have to deal with the independent scene, because if you're going the independent route and there's somebody a block over or a city or town over, a zip code over, that wants to be the king of this shit, well then, there is a war. And it's a spiritual war. The spiritual war is to wipe all you niggas out. That's it. They don't care about you. So the whole objective of your career that you don't know about, that you don't read in the contract, that you are game goofy to, is that they want you to be wiped out, and they want you to take as many niggas with you as you can, because they don't like you. They never have liked us. I don't know why you keep thinking that excuse me for bumping my microphone, 90% of them do not like us. There's only 10% that rock with us. Like I say in all my episodes, that only the 10% that rock with us, they don't want to have shit to do with the nations and their way of thinking, their mentality, their hatred, their low vibration. They don't want to have shit to do with it. They think it's all fucked up that their people are even like that, okay? But the 90% want to see you wiped off the face of this fucking earth. They hate your community. They hate your mama, your daddy, your sister, your brother, your auntie, your grandma, your cousins. They hate your homeboy, your homegirl, your baby mama. They hate your children. They hate your life. And they hate your Most High God and Yah. And they want to see us in totality wiped off the face of this earth. If you want to ask them what they wish for when they blow out that candle, it's to see every nigga wiped off the face of this earth. And whatever way that they can do it, they're going to do it. And music being something that we love, something that we like, something that we obviously are gifted in, that is a frequency, a vibration that is always going to be used in order to dictate and hopefully eradicate our people. Because if you listen to the lyrics, if you can even stand to listen to the lyrics, you're hearing a bunch of low vibrating, go against the commandments, and just be whoever you want to be. Let me explain something to you about free will, and this is real shit let me turn this music off. Let me explain something to you about free fucking will. Let me explain something to you about being your own governor, so you think. Free will is a test. Free will is not something that you just say, hey, I can do what I want to. It's my party, and I can do whatever I fucking want to. I can live my life however I want to. I have free will. That's a test. That free will that we have been given is a test. And if you're wise enough, if you've gone through enough of your own fuckery, if you have escaped a lot of near misses, if you've been involved in shootouts and the bullet never touched you, if you've been shot at, but you've never, ever been penetrated by a bullet, come on now. Something told you, ooh, maybe I need to just change. How many warnings do we need? And sometimes a warning is somebody's funeral. Sometimes a warning is that breaking news. Because these lyrics suggest that we go against our creator, that we wage a war against our creator. Because let me explain something to you about lowercase power. It's limited. Sometimes it's pseudo. Sometimes it's an illusion. Sometimes it's based on fear, and we are to fear no man. Let me explain something to you about clemency. Being able to pick up the phone as somebody's getting ready to be executed and say, no, I decided that having that much power, it's still lowercase power, but having the power to say, I'm going to give this person clemency and I'm going to stop this execution. I'm going to give them a stay of execution. Because let me explain something to you about murder. There's levels to it. There's self-defense, which is understood. But when you go out to seek, kill, and destroy, oh, shit, you don't think there's a judgment for that? And if your lyrics suggest that we go out and do these things, and if your lyrics suggest that that's what the type of bullshit you're on, what the fuck do you think is going to happen to you? Are you expecting clemency when you don't give clemency to your own brother? When instead of standing over them and saying, I'm finna let loose and let this whole clip out on this nigga, instead of that, just sitting there saying, you know what? Nah, let me just not do this. There's a lot of you niggas that are serial killers. It's not just the nations out here being serial killers. We talking about in our own village serial killers. But who the fuck sent you? And who the fuck wrote those lyrics, those bars? What influence are you under when you write your lyrics? Where are you in your mind when you write these lyrics? Because your lyrics are setting the stage, it's almost like giving details, a job description almost, on how to be a street nigga, how to execute someone, what to use, how you party and bullshit and go out and eat after laying a nigga out. Do you not see the insanity of your profanity, your vulgarity, your perversity? Creating adversity in the village where we are already up against it as it is. And then here you come with your fucked up music career where you are using your talents for evil instead of good. And you record what you have done in the streets. None of these cases are literally unsolved because the Most High God knows who did it. And the killer knows who did it. Sometimes the pallbearer is the killer. The one who wants to help solve the crime is the one who did the crime. Sticking real close to mama. You in the same fucking rap group. In the same crew. You grew up with this nigga that you just murdered. Because his album is streaming more than yours. Can you believe it? Can you believe how petty that is? Murder was the case. You niggas is catching murder cases behind the energy that you possess. But the question is, probably a rhetorical at this point, who possesses you? You know, when you murder someone, you don't escape the energy that comes with breaking the commandment. Thou shalt not kill. The energy does not just party and bullshit with you. No, the energy has a job to do. Oh, you want to know the energy's name? Karma. Karma is the energy's name. It has a job to do because the Most High God changeth not on his judgment for that. So when you're out here and you catching bodies and it's like 15 of you niggas per set and y'all all rap, or there's one or two niggas in the crew that rap, but all y'all niggas really be out here killing, now you know that you're not going to be able to pretend like it's all good. Nah, I'm going to expose you niggas tonight. I'm going to expose you because you can't fucking sleep. That's why you're on all those fucking drugs, zombie. You can't sleep. You don't want to tell these niggas you don't want to tell the people who listen to you, your fans, if that's what you can call it. You don't want to tell, which is really your crew. You don't want to tell these niggas what you be saying the moment you close your eyes. You don't want to tell them about the demons you saw. You don't want to tell them about the demon that you saw in your dream and it would look just like you, had on your clothes, but the face. You don't want to tell them how you feel something sitting on the edge of your bed at night. Why don't you tell them about how you feel something sitting on your chest at night? Why don't you talk about the dark images that you see fleeting throughout your room? Talk about how you've been up for 7 days straight because you scared as fuck to close your eyes because there is no rest for the wicked. Tell them how the scriptures are true. Tell them how you are being hunted by the same energy that's in you. It came back around and boomeranged. There is no escape. Tell them how you know it's just a matter of time before you end up being laid the fuck out too. Tell them how y'all niggas just can't stop. You kill me, I kill you. You kill me, I kill you. I mean, this whole cycle of fucking violence, when does it stop? You old ass niggas, you young ass niggas, I don't give a fuck. Whatever age you niggas are on the microphone, if you're inciting violence, if you are actually recording bars that fucking you snitch on yourself, my nigga, like real shit, you getting arrested for your own fucking lyrics, you dumb fuck. Some of you niggas will never change. So I don't have to sit here and hold hope. I ain't Jesse Jackson. I ain't keeping hope alive for shit. Don't even come my way looking for no fucking Rainbow Coalition, Jesse Jackson, keep hope alive speech. This is not the one. This ain't that. We're not even going to even put ourselves in the position to even give you that type of energy. When I tell you that some of you niggas will never change, I mean that shit. But the ones who will. And speaking of a will, do you niggas have one because you need one? Yes, because you keep, let me explain something to you about you. You sit here and you say, I want my legacy to go on because I know what it is out here in these streets and I want my name to carry on. But why should your name carry on if you keep doing fucked off shit? Why do we need to remember your name? What the fuck does your name need to carry on? More violence, more murder, more scandal, more debauchery, more slaughter in the village? What the fuck does your name need to carry on for? Quit adding Junior to these kids' name. Give these children a chance. And sometimes you can give a child a chance by not even creating one. Now that's real shit. Because you all are out here having babies and your children are 6 months and 2 years old sitting at funerals and shit. Don't even know what the fuck's going on. And some of them like, why won't my daddy get out the casket? Sitting there having to see their daddy in the casket, throwing up fucking devil signs and shit. You know what I'm saying? At the funeral and shit. Do you niggas not understand what fucking time it is? How many more funerals are you going to keep going to? How many more children are you going to keep leaving behind because y'all niggas in the street don't know shit about conflict management? One of the biggest things that many of you niggas all over the world could do, I don't give a fuck where you from. Why don't y'all all just do this one fucking thing? It's something that I believe maybe some of y'all can do, but some of y'all just won't be able to do this one fucking thing. What is it, Sister Speak? Why don't y'all niggas just shut the fuck up? Just shut the fuck up. You talk too much. Some of you niggas got diarrhea of the fucking mouth. Shut up. Shut up. Tell your pen to shut up. Oh, I don't write none of my lyrics. I just sit up there. I just freestyle. Shut up. But if you niggas actually sit there and you write your lyrics, tell your pen to shut up. Shut it down. Shut up. Your Dear Diary is horrible. The violence, the level of violence and rage in you brothers, some of you brothers, is demonic. You have tapped out of your own soul and traded it in to be a zombie. And you write lyrics that suggest that the younger generation, the lost generation, continue to be lost, continue to be unrighteous, continue to be led to the slaughter. Meanwhile, in the nations, what is their murder rate like? In the music industry for the nations, what is the country singer violence like? What is the rock and roll violence like? Blues, rhythm and blues. What is the level of violence in other genres of music outside of hip hop, rap? Let's talk about it. Tell me. What's the latest headline on the latest country singer that murdered another country singer? Not to say that there is not violence going on, but what's highlighted, y'all? What's highlighted? Us. Why? Why are we highlighted? Why is it what we got going on the center of attention? Y'all niggas is really catching murder cases. And the main op in the music industry is the devil himself. He's your op. Fuck the niggas around the corner. Fuck the niggas down the street. Fuck the niggas in the city or the next state over. The main op is the motherfucker you can't see. Excuse it. But that's the one you can't see. The dark one. The one who was up in heaven first. Beautiful, he was called. The leader of music. Got besides himself, would not bow down and worship Yah, and got kicked out. Thrown out. Quickly like lightning. He and a third of his unheavenly host of angels. Where the fuck do you think they are right now? What do you think they're doing right now? These spirits. They're occupying bodies, human bodies. And some of them are occupying you, your crew, the music, and everything around you. The dumbest thing anyone could ever do is be an enemy of the one who has all power. The dumbest thing anyone can do is be an agent for the one who has lowercase power. Because the lowercase power is your pimp. You will always be the hoe in the music industry. I don't give a fuck who you are. You will always be a hoe in the music industry for the devil if you decide to sell out the village and create music that brings us to the guillotine, that creates complete chaos and calamity in the village. I don't ever want to listen to your bullshit ass music. For fucking what? Who wants to listen to that shit? Nobody. Except niggas that are on your vibe. The only niggas that listen to your shit are niggas like you. And the niggas that listen to your shit are listening to see what the fuck you finna say about them in your shit so they can go back and record some shit with I don't know who's making you guys' beats, but them niggas suck. I just need you to know that I don't know who the fuck is gassing you up, but the beats, they're not on a high vibration. A lot of you all get into that lean culture. The Bible says lean not. Lean not. Warping your mind, seeing shit, hallucinating, taking all kind of Percocets and shit. What the fuck is going on? What I'm seeing and hearing is that you brothers need therapy, healing, deliverance. You are possessed. Can't even fucking afford a lawyer. Oh, my public defender ain't shit. Well, let's just talk about a few things. How did we get here? There are some public defenders that do their job, and there's some public defenders that do the job for the ones who want to see you removed off the face of the earth. The ones who want you to go and work for 5 cents a day. A lot of you niggas flash money, and you flashing 20,000, 50,000, you know, all these thousands of dollars. You flashing your jewels, your clothes, your cars, your women, your females rather, and you're doing all this, and then you niggas end up going to jail. The whole fucking block goes to jail, and now you niggas is only working for 5 cents a day. But you never wanted to get a job. But they got you working now, don't they? Excuse me for coughing in you guys' ear. They got you working now, don't they? And it's crazy because they say just 12 cents a day will feed a child that's hungry in a foreign land. And I'm looking at you work for just fucking 5 cents a day. You went from having 50,000 bands flashing it on the gram. Now you niggas work for 5 fucking cents a day making Levi's. Parts for Honda. Furniture for IKEA. School desk. Cheap fucking labor. 29 cents a week. But you was just flashing 29 bands on the gram. You had 29 guns in the video. You niggas is just Gucci down, Louis down. You just can't nobody tell you shit. And now somebody's telling you, clean up that shit. Now who's the realest nigga in the cell? Now who's the real street nigga? Now who's, you not so gangster without your motherfucking gun. And that's my whole point. You niggas ain't so gangster without your gun. Now you sitting up in fucking jail. Prison. Which is where they want you to end up anyway. Yeah, we're going to throw this little contract at them. We're going to give them this. We're going to give them that. But ultimately, it's going to be a big sweep. It's going to be a RICO. And you're going to end up in prison working for fucking 5 cents a day. Brilliant. That's fucking just brilliant. Wonderful. Yeah, you guys are the ones that we will definitely call for a lifeline when we need one. Yeah, You are like the 3 X's on Family Feud. Like, no, and. Just all of it, just like everything is just fucking wrong. And you don't see the play because can't nobody tell you shit. Oh, them niggas is lame. You on some square shit. This, that, and the third. I'm a street nigga. I'm this, that, and the... Okay, street nigga. And now you are a jailhouse nigga. Great going. Oh, somebody snitched, nigga. These niggas out here snitching. No. You pressed record, nigga. And then you uploaded the shit, nigga. They're watching, nigga. What do you think? Do you think that you're not being watched? Do you think that they are not trying to clean up the streets? And they're going to use you to clean up the streets. Who's your manager? It's either the devil or the Most High God and Yah. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You play with the devil, you sign on that dotted line, murder was the case. It's a 911 already. Because you're not allowed to put out good music. You're allowed to put out bad music. But remember, bad is good and good is bad in this carnal world. You're not allowed to put out anything that says let's bring the community together. Let's cease fire. Let's call a truce. Let's vibrate high. You're not allowed to put any music out there that will tell them that your people are from the 12 tribes of Israel. No, you have to put out debauchery, perversion. You have to put out wickedness. You have to put out iniquity. You have to put out everything that is anti-Most High God and Yah, because ultimately they hate the Most High God and Yah. They hate us and they hate Him. It is a war, a spiritual war. You're not talented in that area. They lied to you. Trust and believe. There are millions of people that agree with me that your music is just not it. I don't give a fuck what I don't care who gave you the thumbs up and like, that's a wrap, that's good, yeah, we're good. No, we're not. Thumbs down. Tupac, Biggie. Tupac and Biggie. Snoop said murder was the case that they gave me. NWA. Three 6 Mafia. All of these groups, all of these names, on and on and on. The Travis Scott with the Astro World, everything. The question is, what does anyone gain by walking away from who they were originally supposed to be? And what do you ultimately gain when you have the world? What do you gain when you gain the world? What does this world give you that is so enticing that you would forsake your own soul? How much longer will you be used as a guinea pig, as a puppet in the industry? Some of you, man, you put yourself in some positions that it's just like, fuck. You know this brother's tapped all the way into the dark side. Young Dolph, Mo3, King Von, as I mentioned before. Now, just recently, that's what even made me just do this episode. It's like with Young Dolph, like, you know, I don't give a fuck if you live in a small town or a big town. You know, that poverty is real. And, you know, a lot of people are like, well, how can we stop the violence? And this has got to stop. And what can we do as a community to come together to make this shit stop? This is just too much. They done killed Dolph. They done killed da-da-da. Man, we got to do something. Listen. I'm about to say something that needs to be said. First of all, how the fuck are these niggas getting here? How are these killers getting here? How are these killers getting here? They're getting here because people keep fucking. You keep giving birth to these kids. You keep, some of you are bringing these demons into the world. Some of you don't give a fuck that your child is 5 bodies in and recording some demonic music, because not only is he doing that, but he's also keeping the lights on. So he might turn a blind eye, to the situation. But you guys are bringing these children into the world, and you're not doing anything with them when they come. You just bring them into the world and just let them fucking fend for themselves. A lot of these children have never been fucking raised a day in their damn life. Not a day in their damn... You have had these sons and don't give a fuck about your sons. You niggas and you females. A lot of you fathers have dropped the fucking ball on your sons. They don't know your name. They ain't seen you. They can only go by what they mamas say. And that's why they're out here taking niggas out left and right, recording this music and living their life lawlessly with no intention of being in an upright position, because they're hurting and they're struggling. Now, I'm aware of what I'm saying. Some of them have an opportunity to change. Others of them, they just will not. But why do you fathers keep fucking these women and getting them pregnant, and then you just don't want to have shit to do with your son, and you leave your son to just fucking fend for himself? Or when your son comes into the world, you're already in for a body yourself. So you're serving 50 to life. And now, it's just a cycle. Like, why do y'all keep fucking so much? Getting pregnant and then just saying fuck it when you have the kid. And at 5 years old, your kid knows how to cuss out anybody, ruthless, without any type of taming, and you just don't give a fuck. So by the time they turn 10, they out in the streets, and the streets are raising them. These children are not getting here by themselves. Ain't no fucking story bringing them. So if we want to cut down on this shit, close your legs. Stop fucking. Stop bringing more of these children into the world when y'all come from some low vibrating energy. A lot of y'all are possessed too, and you're giving birth to possessed children that create possessed music. Y'all may not want to hear this conversation. I give zero fucks. This is the truth. Your son comes home when he wants to, and he's mad at you. He's mad at the world because he ain't seen his daddy. And if he does see his daddy, it's in and out. You know the different circumstances that have come to it, but a lot of your sons are angry, have rage in them. The spirit of murder is in them. Some of your sons, you have no idea, have killed people before. And they're in your house. Until you get the knock on the door. And then when you get the knock on the door, the first thing you say is, oh, my baby he wasn't in, he never hurt nobody, he wasn't into nothing. Your baby was with the shit, ma'am. No. Y'all got to stop telling these lies about Junior. Junior was with the shit. Junior just killed 3 niggas from the other side, and he, in retaliation, Junior got taken out of here. You had no idea that Junior was with the shit. Not nothing. What were you doing to where you did not know that Junior was with the shit? Where were you? I'm serious about this. Y'all be sitting here telling the news people a damn lie. Oh, my son never hurt nobody. Nigga, lies. Lies and flies. Oh, no, ma'am. Your son is Mr. Blapper, Mr. Papper, Mr. AK-47 AR-15er. Oh, no. He's more than a misdemeanor. This is Mr. fucking felony right here. This is Mr. If he gets caught, that's it. This is Mr. Shell Casing. It's Mr. Shell Casings. No, this is Mr. fucking First 48 right here. No, ma'am, your son is definitely with the shit. He definitely has hurt somebody. Where are you at? This is real life. We gotta stop living in a fantasy. There's 2 things that I've noticed. One from the nations, one from the tribes. The nations always say, well, this isn't a bad neighborhood, so we never thought anything like this would ever happen in our neighborhood. We've never seen this type of violence. Nothing has ever happened before. Randy, Earl, Paul George, Sally Mae, we've never ever seen anything like this before. And for this type of violence to happen in our neighborhood, this is just unheard of. Not in our neighborhood. We never thought that anything like that could ever happen to us in our own neighborhood. Never ever thought. We live in the type of neighborhood where you can leave your windows open. We live in the type of neighborhood where you can leave your garage door open and nothing will happen to you. Little coyotes come by, you pet the coyotes, you feed the coyotes, but that's it. We leave our front door open. This is the type of neighborhood where you can leave your front door open. Heck, you just leave your front door open. Heck, we leave everything open. So when this murder happened, we never even thought about it. Never even expected this to even happen to us. but dead. And then there's the niggas. Where when the murder happens to the young black man, it's he never hurt nobody. He was a good boy. He was in Bible study. He was in Bible study, and he was he was a good boy. He went to school, and he was just so sweet and kind and loving. And he said, "Grandmommy, I'm gonna make you proud of me one day. I'm gonna make you proud of me one day." And well, he wasn't able to make me proud. 'Cause they killed my baby. My baby didn't do anything to anybody. He never did. He never really did anything to anybody. So I'm hurt today that they took my grandson's life, because he never did anything wrong to anybody. He was a sweet boy. He was a sweet boy. That shit right there. No, ma'am. Listen, I'm not trying to be rude, Mrs. Parks. But what I'm trying to say to you is, he was a sour boy. He was with the shit. As soon, I don't know what time y'all got out of church, but maybe about 30 minutes after that nigga was riding through the town, letting loose all the clips. And have you heard his mixtape? No, what's a mixtape? Now, I've had mixed greens, but I've never had a mixtape now. What now? You said he had a what now? Ma'am, a mixtape. A mixtape is where, just compilation of all that shit, like music and stuff, and music. Ma'am, you didn't know he was a rap artist? He's a what? I told that boy I don't allow that music in my house. What you mean he's a rap artist? I did not even know. You telling me a rap artist? I don't like that type of music. It's so violent. Violence? It's so violent. Violent. Yes, it is, ma'am. It is much so violent. And you had no idea that your grandson went by the name of Mr. With the Shit? Mr. With the who? Mr. With the shh. I can't even say the word. It's so vulgarity. Vulgar? Vulgarity. Yes, ma'am. Yes, your grandson's name is Mr. With the Shit. This is his third album, and according to these lyrics, he's got an AK-47, and he's murdered 3 people, and so they picked him up because his lyrics. Oh, you okay? Oh, ma'am, are you okay? Oh, the sirens. Oh, I don't feel so good. Ma'am, I'm not trying to make you pass out or nothing. I'm just letting you know what's going on with Mr. With the Shit. Oh, don't say that name in my house. Okay, well, I'm just letting you know that your grandson, Mr. With the Shit, they got him because of what he was writing down in his music, and he was recording his music, and the murder weapon and the shell casings and the evidence all point to your grandson and his friends. His friends who? I know you ain't talking about Ray, Dante, Jacorie, Demarie, Vamario, and what's that little nappy-headed little nigga name? Oh, sorry, I know it's recording. Jacoby. Yeah, little Jacoby. I know. Yes, all of them. They the name of their record label is We Fucking Up Everything in Sight Records and Entertainment. In what? In who? We Fucking Up Everything in Sight Records and Entertainment, ma'am. Well, now actually they're now known as Eulogy Records and Entertainment. Oh, Lord. What would B.B. King say about this? B.B. King. Ma'am, what does B.B. King have to do with this? Oh, Lord, what would Bobby been? What would Bobby Blue Land say about this? Muddy Waters. Wait, what are you calling on? Who are you calling on? Lord Rita Franklin. Ma'am, I'm just telling you that your grandson really was living a double life. And you and many other grandparents are affected because you raised these young men, because you've taken on the responsibility of your sons and your daughters, because they just, for whatever reason, they just weren't able to be a parent in full capacity. And so many grandparents are having to bury their grandsons, and you're one of those grandparents. And I don't want you to ever think that who you know is who you know. Anything can happen anywhere, and anybody can live a double life, and you can be living with a murderer and not even know it. And according to what you're telling me, you didn't even know that he was even a rap artist. I had no idea, baby. I had no idea. Lord, I just don't know what I'm going to do now. My grandson's gone. His father's locked up. And I just, I don't know what I'm going to do. My grandbaby's gone. It hurts me real bad, baby. I'm going to have to go on and it's going to have to go on now. I got to make some phone calls, because, got to bury my grandbaby. And, hopefully I can maybe try to move, because I'm so tired of hearing these gunshots. And he had a little sister, and I'm looking after her now. And, oh, Lord, it's going to be so tough, because these young boys, they just keep rapping about this violence and doing this violence. And they don't even know that they come from the Most High God. And they just don't even know that they are royal priesthood, and they're just taking each other out just like the white men did. For us, they hunting us, they hunting, baby, they hunting. They putting bounties on these boys' heads like the colonizers did, slave masters did. These boys don't even know their history. And who am I? I can't do it by myself in the village. I just can't do it by myself in the village. Murder was the case that they gave my grandson. If it happened to me, it can happen to you. And I thank you, baby, for coming by and just letting me know that Junior's no longer here. I had no idea. And I just thank you, baby. Hopefully these young men just stop killing each other. Yes, ma'am. I thank you. We'll be right back after this commercial break. We'll be right back, y'all.
No weapon formed against you shall prosper. This is Sister Speak with the word of encouragement. No matter what the enemy or enemies try to do to you, God will cause their plans to take no effect, and the pit that they dig for you, they shall fall in. If God be for you, who can be against you? Now say it with me. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. Be encouraged. There are some gender reveals that reveal more than just the gender. They can reveal the agenda of a predator. The latest episode of The Suspense Files is available on demand now. The insanity that rocks the cradle. The pregnancy predator. On The Suspense Files, we're covering the who, what, when, where, why in urban crime, including crimes of passion, deadly relationships, mysteries, urban cold cases, and more. Click the link in the bio for the latest episode on the Sister Speak Show, where contemporary meets vision, sound, and action. Rated R for strong content, thoughts, and ideas. Sis, we leave a week from today. Did you go online to KK Lachey and order your outfits? Because last time it was a cold girl summer for you. We can't have that happen this time. I'm just saying. I don't want you to be Keisha Killjoy because your outfits ain't popping. We gotta get you right. The shade. I'm just keeping it real, sis. The same summer, you gotta drop it like it was warm because your knees were hurting.
That's because I didn't stretch, sis.
Anyways, I'm on KK Lachey right now. I just picked out my outfits. They're gonna have me looking so good in Jamaica. I'm gonna send you some screenshots. I gotta get back to work. A look, a feel, a vibe. The people all pause when you walk into the room. Your KK Lachey apparel is popping. Your vacation is lit and you're ready to turn up. Get these looks and more at kklachey.com.
Welcome back. You are listening to the tour on the Sister Speak Show. I'm your host, Sister Speak. Check this out. I don't mean anything less than what I'm giving you. You know what I'm saying? I do voiceovers, and I meant everything that I was saying when I was, giving you that energy. But let me explain something to you all. You got to be very careful who manages you. And this is on the physical level. You don't know what type of beef, what type of shit, what type of promises, what type of rituals, what type of shit your manager is into. And that's real talk. Some of y'all be so anxious to get on, and you be so mesmerized by the names of the people who are approaching you that you're willing to do anything to get on because you like the fact that you're being approached by these people, but you don't know who these people really are and what the fuck they really do. You don't know what they're promising, what type of sacrifices you might be a part of. You really don't know who your manager is. You don't know what type of deals are going on behind your back because all you want to do is just be famous. You want the bitches and the riches. You don't give a damn about shit else. And you want to be number one. And you want to stream. And you want to go viral. And you want to have 1 million views. 13 million views. All this other type of shit. That's all you care about is the glitz and glam. But meanwhile, behind your back, there's some bogus, fugazi ass bullshit going on. And you have no idea that you're being led to the guillotine. And that's how you end up in some bullshit ass deals that you have trouble getting out of and signing in some bullshit ass contracts that you have trouble getting out of because this nigga right here who's managing you is really with the shit and they're an agent of darkness. That's why people are like, oh no, I had to get away from my manager this. Yeah, some of you just like real shit. Who is your manager? Who are the people in your neighborhood? Who is your manager? Have you done a background check on your manager? Who else have they managed? What do they do for people? Are they doing for people what you can fucking do for yourself? Are the things that they are doing for you, can you do for yourself? What is your distribution deal like? Some of you are so anxious to be famous that you're not looking at the fine print of your career. You just want people to see you. So you don't give a fuck. You're willing to put out any type of music, put on any type of outfit, and you don't give a fuck. And then sometimes you can be so popping in such a small city that there is such a level of jealousy that somebody's willing to take you out so they can be popping. And then when you get popping, then somebody's jealous of the fact that you're popping, so they want to take you out. It's a cycle of violence. Ain't nobody finna be popped. There ain't gonna be no kernels left. Ain't gonna be no popcorn left. Everybody's gonna be popped, which is what the nations want. So my thing is, when are you brothers gonna work on yourselves and get rid of that insecurity that you have to where you be jealous of niggas? Cause y'all be jealous of dudes who got it going on, dudes who be popping. Now some of you dudes who got it going on and some of you dudes who be popping, it's because you done sold your soul and you tapping into some dark magic and you doing some shit to make yourself have more followers, have more to look better. You playing with all kind of spell work, so you trying to trick the whole aspect of predestination and try to make your shit come in a way that it was never supposed to come. And you niggas be envying these niggas who sit here with a fucking cauldron in front of them playing witchcraft. And so you want that life, you want what they got, and you're willing to do what it takes to knock them off. I'm just asking, have you weighed out the options of what if you don't pop? And I'm not saying if you know, like, okay, well, if you kill him and you pop, then it was worth it. What I'm saying is you're not looking at the future. You're not paying attention to how this is going to be. A murder was the case that they gave you. You're not paying attention. You're just so jealous of this nigga because of his shine, because of what he's got going on, and you want it. You want it so bad. That's all you can think about, and you're willing to kill him in order to get it. But who's to say that you're next or you're going to pop? And you aren't even thinking about the fact that you're going to get caught. Or somebody's going to take you out because they figured out that you did it. You niggas was never meant to really be out here murdering and committing these crimes because you sloppy as fuck. And I'm not saying, ooh, y'all gonna tell us how to get away with murder. How to get away with murder is not to commit murder at all. That's how you get away with it, by not doing it. By having a spirit of clemency before you even act on pulling the trigger. And you niggas, you sit here and you fist fight, and then you don't even accept the fact that, okay, somebody's gonna lose the fucking fight. I ain't talking about jumping and all that old barbaric ass bullshit that you niggas do, that hooligan ass fucking barbaric bullshit. I'm talking about a one-on-one fight where if I lose, I can't go get the motherfucking strap. I can't come back around and lay this whole motherfucking scene out. I can't wet the whole club up. I can't shoot the whole club up. I can't shoot the whole video shoot up because I got my ass whooped. If it was a fair and square knuckle buck and you just fucking lost, you got to take that L and stop going and trying to get the motherfucking Ruger and trying to go get the damn AR-15 and kill a nigga because you lost, nigga. That's the problem. You niggas will fist fight and then lose and go and then shoot some shit up instead of just taking that fucking L. But it doesn't help that after getting the L, everybody wants to taunt, say, oh, nigga, you got your ass whooped, and they videotape and it goes viral. Now you're dealing with this man's pride, and now he wants to come back and light everything up because of that pride. Pride and ego are some ruthless motherfuckers, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, in the spirit, they ruthless. And we are not living in a day and age where people are able to settle something by even communicating. It's all trigger. And you sit here and you make the job for the feds so easy. Because if it was really F the police, you niggas wouldn't be doing these crimes. If it was really F the police, if you don't want to have shit to do with the police, don't have shit to do with the police. Don't have shit to do with the police. It be 20 of y'all niggas deep in one car, riding with your lights off, looking to see who you can wet up. You don't care about the kids, the girls. You don't care about nothing. Anybody can get it. This is the day and age we're living in because murder was the case that was given to you. It was given to you. Listen to me. This murder case was given to you in your contract. Too much wisdom. Too much fucking wisdom. The devil is the main op. He's the main op. Who is your master? That'll let me know who your manager is. You want to be famous or you want to be successful? You fucking around with the dark magic and the dark side and all that? You playing with that shit? Is that what you do? Or do you not do it? I don't give a fuck if you get mad at me. This is real life. I can look at your album cover and I can tell you what the fuck you do. I can look at your videos and tell you who you tapped into. I can pay attention to all that. And I don't want to hear, oh, that's just entertainment. That's not my lifestyle. You shouldn't even fucking play like that. Stop being a studio fucking street nigga. Stop being studio with your shit. If this is not what you really fucking do, why the fuck would you put yourself in the line of fire to be a target, to be taken out, playing around, playing games? If you ain't about that life, stop rapping about that life. That's real shit. Because that's how you end up getting that case of mistaken identity. You niggas got a case of mistaken identity in the studio. You're not really gangsters. Some of you really don't do this shit. A case of mistaken identity. Delusional. Nothing but a mirage. And you out here saying some shit that's going to get you murked. And it has gotten, and niggas have said stuff that has gotten them murked, and they really wasn't about that life, and somebody fucking called them on their bluff. Why do y'all niggas keep playing with the music industry like this? Where are we going with this in totality? When does it end? How many more fucking caskets? How many more funerals? How many more? How many more days does the coroner have to keep coming out, the medical examiner? How many more times do these these cases go unsolved? How many fucking more times? Some of you niggas is actually taking out your own family members, which you'll never know that you were related, because the whole fucking bloodline is just almost annihilated. Month after month, time after time, day after day. The same old shit because of these fucking lyrics, because of this industry, because you tapped into the dark side. And that's how it is. Eulogy, Records, and Entertainment is the real fucking entertainment name. That's the name of every single label in totality. Eulogy, Records, and Entertainment. 911, murder was the case. The main op, everybody's op is the devil. And don't you ever fucking forget it. With a lowercase p, his power. That's your God. That's your manager. He's the one who books your shows. He's the one who books your studio time. He's the one who helps produce your album. He's the one who helps write your rhymes. He's the one who comes up with the video content. He's the one who's getting you the bitches and the riches. That's all you give a fuck about is the bitches and the riches. That's all you care about. Those bitches wouldn't even fuck with you if you didn't have the riches. And some of you niggas ain't got the riches, and you barely got the bitches. Yeah. Your whole career is one big prediction of Eulogy, Records, and Entertainment. That was me clapping. Y'all niggas be recording from a casket. Your video shoots be from y'all be having video. All your videos are shot in a casket. You record in a casket. You write your rhymes in a casket. You live your life in a fucking casket. Y'all niggas need to take those medallions off of your chains and actually just get an iced out fucking casket. Casket Records and Entertainment. Real shit. It's only a matter of time because you want it to be that way. If you wanted to walk away, could you? Could you say fuck it and just be successful? Could you walk away and say, let me use my gifts for something good? Or are you going to continue to be a part of the breaking news, another major rapper or a local rapper gunned down in his own hometown? You will never make it make sense. But if all y'all play around with the dark one, no wonder. Look at your lyrics. Look at what's happening. It's only a fucking matter of time. Don't send me your music if you are tapped into the dark one. Period, point, fucking blank. The Village is in a 911 when it comes to the music industry. Many of our brothers and sisters have walked away from the righteous use of their gifts and are using their gifts in an unrighteous way in the music industry. And I know you're suffering. I know you're suffering. I know that some of you want to get out, but you feel like you cannot get out. There's no way out. And maybe that might be the case for some of you. I don't know. I used to be you can make it to the nah. I don't put encouragement where there doesn't need to be. And I'm not finna fucking flatter you. That was a tongue twister. I'm not going to flatter you and tell you that it's going to be a brighter day if your judgment is for it to be darkness for the rest of your life. I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to say is, in a low vibrating energy, you will encounter darkness. And that darkness hates the light. Anti-light. And darkness will always suggest murder. Pull the trigger. Annihilate. Genocide. Sabotage. Infect. Pollute. Bomb. Poison. The village. The 12 tribes of Israel. The children of the Most High God. Hunt. Pursue. Antagonize. Provoke. Make extinct. Until every last one of all shades of brown people are off the face of America. Are gone. Back to their country. Back to where they came from. We hate them. We don't want them in our land. We don't want them even existing. So let's have plans. Let's think of a way to destroy the 12 tribes of Israel. The black man, the most powerful of the 12 tribes. The brown man. Let's attack. Let's give them this lucrative contract, $5 million contract. Let's give them $50,000. Let's let them play in the money. And then let's set them up. Let's set them up for their ultimate demise, to where they will be working for 5 cents a day for us. Let's break up the homes. Let's leave these children fatherless, latchkey, ruthless, in the streets, because we have to keep this private industry going. Let's turn the black woman against the black man. Let's make them be at odds with one another. Let's let them know that the only way that they can even come over this way is that they have to promote evil against their own. They have to be willing to sell out the village. They have to be willing to say this on the microphone. They have to be willing to channel these energies. They have to be willing to play with the dark side. Because murder is the case that we want to give them, and we will give them. We want to turn them into same-sex energy, have them craving same-sex energy by putting them in these prisons and jails. We want to make them susceptible to being in same-sex situations, so then they can come back and infect the village. It's a nasty fucking game, ain't it? Too deep for some of you. But for those of you who had on your scuba gear tonight, you know what I'm saying. You know exactly what I'm saying. The time has been well spent. I thank you, brothers and sisters, for being a wonderful listening audience. Oh, peace be unto those who will change, who have been called to change, who will step away from darkness and then come into the marvelous light. I am divinely protected, and so is my listening audience. I return to sender all negative energy, all spell work, all voodoo, all black magic, all evil eye magic. It is reversed into your bosom 100-fold with an adverse effect. The Lord is my rock, my fortress, and my deliverer, my God, my rock, in whom I take refuge, my shield, and the horn of my salvation, my stronghold. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. Darkness, or the marvelous light. Real music, that's good for the soul, or processed music that is damning to the soul? Tapping into the Most High and Yah, or tapping into the Dark One, the devil? Selling your soul or protecting it at all costs? Throwing up hand gestures that show who you rock with on the dark side? Or praying daily and nightly to the Most High God and Yah for divine protection and guidance? Walking away from yourself or staying put? Do you want to be made whole, or do you want to stay lame? Using your musical abilities for good things, great things that serve the village in a high vibration, or are you using your musical talent to destroy the village? What do you sing about? What do you rap about? Who is your manager? Oh, you have one. Do you know who the main op is? Is murder the case that will be given to you? Be careful when you get on the microphone. Be careful when you write that next song. Be careful when you get ready to go to the video shoot. You're being watched. It's a nasty, cold game, isn't it? You never know who. You never know what, when, where, or why. But you can feel it. Please, do not sign with Eulogy Records and Entertainment. Peace, joy, liberty, wisdom. Warriors, mount up.